Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a round in the newly buffed Messala. I probably don't use transform mode enough. I have a habit of that. I tend not to use the aerial skills just because I'm comfortable on the ground. You know, soul held down by gravity. You know the drill. But the Messala got a really good suite of buffs here. It now has both maneuver armor and a higher level of offense system, so it is harder to interrupt while getting in and using melee. It also now has aerial melee for both its sabers and its claws. The claws, of course, cause knockdown, which is a nice weapon to have. And yeah, I wasn't going to rush in with the downswing because I was pretty sure I was going to go right past that suit I'd be aiming for on the slope and get the person who got knocked down. Like, I probably should have gone for it, but I did not want to be responsible for that tragedy that just occurred. And let's see. Yep, out of boost, so I'm going to take some hits, but I have, as usual, built for defense. Like, again, I am just pure defense builds are about all I can manage these days. I am not good at not getting hit. And again, since this is a very large mobile suit, as you can see, trying to fight, I think it's a heavy gun. This is 600, so yeah, it's probably a heavy gun or a G cannon, and I don't see any cannons, so, but yeah. So, yeah, I am fighting a tiny little mobile suit. I'm glad I had help there because that Burnham Jagan was on the ball to help me finish that off. But yeah, beyond trying to aim for very small things, the Messala, as you can see, is massive. So yeah, there's some fun matchups here in this particular cost. Kind of like, 600 to 700 is where all the large suits from late first UC go, and it's also, of course, where the early suits from or all the small suits from early second UC tend to show up. So yeah, some really interesting matchups here, and just balancing how easy a target you are for these little bitty guys just is kind of difficult, I feel like. Yeah, the Gatlings do more damage, they fire faster, and they do more build stun. As you can see, they just, they pour damage on pretty quick. So Messala is also one of those things that has pretty good weapons in all damage types. Ballistic, beam, melee. It's a pretty solid all-ranger. I probably should, like I said, I probably should be using transform mode more, but I am not good at keeping this thing in the air once I start with it. I'd much rather just move in. But yeah, you could see how many of my attacks there just go over that thing's head. The trench is a little bit, the bottom of the trench is a little bit uneven too, so that's a thing. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, was not even sure how to follow that up, but and there is the Gyaradoga heavy weapons type, which is really, really strong and has type. Oh no, excuse me, that is the Angelo Sauper Gyaradoga, I think it is. Because, yeah, the standard, I don't think it's the Gear Zulu. It might be, but I don't. Man, yeah, just the various Gira series variants tend to just, maybe it is. But, yeah, they just kind of blend together for me, I'm afraid. I think that may be Angelo's Gear Zulu now that I think about it. I don't think his Gear Doga is in the game yet. I could be wrong. I frequently am. It's a hobby. But, yeah, okay, hey, I actually transformed. What do you know? And I actually made good use of it before I got shot down, so that works. But yeah, just that support, it being either support Gira is a pretty dangerous thing to a target that large. The Gyaradoga, of course, has a large Bruno gun that can heavy stagger. The Angelo has a beam shot rifle, which has shotguns do cumulative build stun, so they bypass a lot of defenses like maneuver armor level 1, for example. So yeah, that's a thing. That is definitely a thing. It is not a non-thing. The words are gone. It is 3 in the morning, but I got my dailies done. I had a good time just talking with Maelstrom and Demolition Hound and Spidey Wing for a while. So yeah, it was nice. Last week I just had various aches and pains, and we were all on different sleep schedules. Just the hazards of trying to get a group of friends together at when some of you are in your, 30s and 40s. It'll happen to you. As I should say that more sinisterly, like Grandpa Simpson did, but no, you get the idea. Let's see. But so far, we're doing pretty well. We've got a lead. We have pushed the enemy team back to down in the trench. I'm a little bit too far away from my beam cannons and the missiles, actually. Here comes somebody, and they just took out number one. A non-zero chance that was the Girazulu again, but as fast as it's retreating, maybe not. But yeah, like I said, this feels good. I feel I got a good round with it. This was like the first time I took it out with its new buffs, and I actually got a good round with it, which is, with all the times I have struggled with this in the past, is kind of miraculous, actually. So I am very happy with how it's doing. The missile pod, yeah, it fires miso soup if anybody would like some. No, the missile pod with 3 ammo is what I was trying to say. Does stun on contact, has relatively long cooldown, but it is another stun weapon to help you get in there, which I finally am. And that is a Gyaradoga, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I forgot there is also a, like I said, I think that is specifically the Angelo Sopper Gyaradoga, because you can't use the beam shotgun with the standard Gyaradoga heavy weapon system, to my knowledge. Or maybe I'm just confusing everything, which, once you get into custom color schemes and mobile suits I don't see very often, there's 500 mobile suits in this game now. It's probably got to be close to 600 at this point. So, again, I really hope that some of those game laws that have been getting passed do affect GBO2, because, yeah, this game has had a lot of effort put into it for nearly a decade. There's nothing else quite like it out there for in terms of, unit variety for Gundam fans, and it deserves to survive past its, profitability as far as I'm concerned. Okay, it is Gyaradoga Heavy Arms. Can that use the beam shotgun, or do they have 2 supports and I'm just getting things confused? Or has it always been able to, and just I never see anybody use it because the large Bruno gun is just that good? There's many options, and most of them involve my brain being, vacant. But as always, corrections are, welcome. I do appreciate people telling me what I have gotten wrong, because I'm gonna do it again. But, let's see. Maybe they have 2. Well, we'll find out in a second. But yeah, round went well. Like how the Messala is doing, it can really pour on damage at, like I said, pretty much any range. It's a good suit. It's finally a good suit, and it, that thing should be scary. If you've ever seen its appearance in Zeta Gundam, that thing should be, terrifying to fight, because it's huge, well-armed, and fast. Our raid did very well there. Okay, yeah, they did have multiple supports. There was an Angelo and a Heavy Doga, and I got 6 and 3 and 120k, which, yeah, I could not imagine doing in the Messala prior to this. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more, and stay tuned for the buffs explanation. And until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. Yeah, you can tell I'm old because I am referencing, once upon a time there were TVs had things called tuners or channel selectors to let you adjust the frequency so that you could receive pictures being broadcast over the air. Kind of miss it sometimes. Like, okay, let me just get into this. But yeah, like getting half seeing fuzzy programs on Washington D.C. station in the middle of the night was just a fun experience, and there is, basically no modern equivalent. But yeah, okay, so the Messala went from 22,000 to 25,000 hit points. Got aerial melee system level 2, which means it gets an attack bonus when it's using aerial melee. I believe level 1 has slightly decreased melee power, if I'm remembering properly. Got maneuver armor level 1. Its offense system got adjusted to level 2, which is the one that prevents you from being stunned by ranged attacks while you're using a melee attack, which was a major problem for that. Its special leg buffer went from level 2 to level 4. I seem to recall getting my legs broken pretty commonly before this. Emergency evasion system went from level 1 to level 2. It's got double dodge roll now. To compensate for the room on the skills list, they combined balancer and melee combo controller 1 into melee composite system level 1. There's probably an upper limit of skills that you can give something in the system, and they have to combine these skills because of that. Flight control level 2 and forced injector level 2 similarly merged to high performance thruster control system level 1. And yeah, the Vulcans got an extra 10 damage per hit. They fire faster and they do more build stun. Both of its melee weapons are compatible with aerial melee. It gets more movement speed during its downswing with the saber, and it's quicker to swap to. The arm grenade launcher, that being of course, the one with the 3 ammo, went from 1,000 damage to 1,600, and cooldown went down by half a second from 5 seconds to 4.5. The claw got a stronger downswing. It's faster to swap to, and again, you can use it in the air. Overheat on the shoulder cannons went down 6 seconds from 22 to 16. Charge time went from 4 seconds to 2.5. Yeah, just telegraphing a move like that when you're that big was not good. Heat rate on normal firing went down 5% from 80 to 75. Charge shots take less heat. They do more build stun, and they apparently have splash damage and have a larger splash now. Nice. The shoulder missiles went up 50 damage per. Projectile speed increased and higher stun. So yeah, really nice. Yeah, and basically the hit point, special leg buffer, and dodge all carry over to transform mode. The transformed shoulder cannons now are twice as fast, or take half as long to charge. So it went from 2-second charge to 1 second, which when you're flying is pretty nice. Uncharged, they now do 1,200 per beam and take less heat, 85% instead of 90. Charged shot takes less heat and has higher build stun, just like the untransformed one. And the reload time on the shoulder missiles in mobile armor mode went from 15 seconds to 13. That still means you're going to have to catch them on the next flight, but that's not bad. Okay, so the general the general average win rate at 600, 49.5%, and the Messala was at 40. Rival win rate is 50.4% on average for generals. It was at 31. Damage was also down by almost 20,000 points, 70k versus 89, and losses were up. So yeah, that 3.3 is the average for 600 generals, and it was at 3.9. That all, yeah, sounds like my experience, which is I couldn't get anything going, and I was large enough to stun lock very easily. So I think these buffs are going to help with that. I sure hope so. The general win rate for generals at 650 on average 49.9%, pretty good. 40 up to 41% on the level 2 Messala. That's a little better. Rival win rate, however, dropped to 24.8. That's terrible. Damage dealt very, very slightly higher than the level 1, so still in the 70k range, but the average for generals at 650 goes up to 95,000, so not good. It was, however, a tiny little bit less prone to exploding, with an average loss of 3.8 against the average of 3.3. So, yeah, it definitely feels better now. I hope these buffs do what they were looking for, because I'm liking the feel of it.